In the heart of Southeast Asia, a brutal conflict rages on in Myanmar. The once vibrant nation, known for its rich culture and history, has been engulfed by a ruthless power struggle since the military coup in 2021. In a chilling testament to the escalating violence, we turn our gaze to the tragic tale of two young men, Pho Tay and Thar Hatong. Their dreams of a democratic Myanmar were cut short when they were captured, tortured and killed by a pro-junta militia after they joined an armed resistance group. Their story is a stark reminder of the human toll of this conflict, a grim reality faced by many in Myanmar today. The military, accused of using terror tactics against civilians to maintain control, continues to deny targeting non-combatants. Yet the tales of burnings, beheadings and aerial bombings tell a different story. The country remains in a state of instability and violence, with widespread opposition to the ruling military junta. But the resistance is not silent. In the face of such atrocities, the people of Myanmar continue their fight for democracy. One particularly poignant incident involves a 7-year-old girl named Kin Myo-chit, who was shot dead by Myanmar's security forces during a military raid. Her death, a horrifying symbol of the military's violent response to anti-coup protests, has only spurred on the resistance. The international community has responded with condemnation and sanctions against Myanmar's military leaders. There are calls for a global arms embargo and further sanctions on military-owned companies. Yet the junta remains defiant, justifying the coup by alleging electoral fraud in the 2020 elections won by Aung San Suu Kyi's party, the National League for Democracy. To sum up, Myanmar is caught in a deadly tug-of-war between a ruthless military junta and a determined resistance. The conflict has resulted in widespread violence, with civilians often caught in the crossfire. Despite international condemnation and sanctions, the junta remains in power, leaving the future of Myanmar uncertain. We must remember the stories of Pho Tay, Thar Hatong and Kin Myo-chit. They are not just victims of this conflict, but symbols of a nation's struggle for democracy and peace. Their stories, along with countless others, serve as a stark reminder of the human cost of this ongoing conflict.